Hey, I hope you can hear me now. But anyway, so welcome to the first official video on this channel. I have some other ones that I'm gonna unlist and post later. But yes, welcome. So you probably wonder why the name of the channel, but let's get into it. The mukbang is, I ordered a dozen. These are a dozen number one male crabs. They have jumbos, number ones, and then number twos. They actually gave me 13. I'm very happy. From Cameron Seafood, the Maryland crabs. I also made some Old Bay butter, and that was just 8 ounces of butter, so like 2 of the sticks, and 4 tablespoons of Old Bay. I made myself some lemonade, which is off camera right there. I made a huge thing of lemonade. It's kind of cool. I put it in the freezer for a little while. Anyway, got a mallet, got some tools. Have no idea how well they're gonna work, but we're gonna see. Let me take off my rings. So today is a special day because it's my birthday. Yay! So I wanted to kind of, welcome, explain the channel. I didn't want to just jump into videos and not explain what I'm doing with the channel. So let me grab, I also have some napkins here that I've ripped off from the main roll, which you can't see, which is fine. You're not supposed to. So here's a napkin. And then I have a garbage here. So if you see me throwing anything in there, it's here. So the funny thing is the instructions they gave, I forgot what they were, but they were to discard the legs. Never discard the legs, and I'll tell you why in a second. And they're males because the apron is smaller and narrower. But usually you can use one of these legs to open the apron. There's nothing in there, you can throw that out. I usually do this. I rip open the back as best I can. Jesus. There we go. And they came, they weren't frozen, they came on ice. And then there's a dead man's fingers and a bunch of junk in here. But I always eat the legs. I would never, they say that just keep the claws. No. And then rip off the face, which is the front. There's like, I think women mostly have like roe in them, and then the men have like, some people call it mustard. I don't usually eat that because I'm not used to eating that. So, of course, take off the gills, also called the dead man's fingers. Oop, drop that on the floor. I'll get that later. So, yep, I have 13. I'm going to try and eat all of them in one sitting because I'm starving. But yeah, so my name is Washika. No, Reggie. Sorry, my cat tried to jump on the table. He's adorable. But no. I love you too. Stay there. So there you go. Now I just snap it in half. You can eat the insides like this, or you can eat the legs first. I eat the legs first because I actually eat the little legs as well as the regular ones. But so today is my birthday. I turned 30. I'm really excited. I'm from New York, but the reason the channel is called Chicago ASMR Mukbang is I'm living in Chicago now for school. I recently moved to this apartment, but I have to move because I was having issues with security. Like the place got robbed twice. So there's some older videos that I recorded first, like ASMR only, that you will see. If you hear the fan, it's just very hot in here. There was no AC or central air here, which I thought there was. There wasn't, but and I have to keep all the windows closed because someone climbed into my window and stole something. So yeah, the house is not as secure as I thought it would be. So I am just going to have to move. I don't have a choice. Let me dip this in the butter. Oh, tasty, tasty. I used Kerrygold because, again, my birthday. Why not spoil myself? But yeah, like my outfit, I chose it to match these crabs. And I like red and black, 2 of my favorite colors. And if I forgot to put it on the bag, in the bag, I'll just put it here. It's a paper bag I had laid out. Anyway, so I moved here recently, but I have to leave. And yeah, it's sad, but being in a safer place is better. So I wish it wasn't the case because I'd unpacked a lot of my stuff. But yeah, I moved here for school, and I do like disability rights and activism. So that's kind of what I'm in school, kind of continuing to do. writing and a lot of things like that. I gave a TED talk. That was really cool. It was an amazing experience. I filmed a documentary. Someone is calling me in the middle of my mukbang. I'm trying to use the tissue and it's like uber useless. I should have got Bounty. Not trying to plug anything, but I really should have gotten Bounty. Oh, it's a text from my mother. So, yep. So I moved here. Actually, I was living in Ohio for school for a little while. I finished there and then I moved here. Like right after I finished there. But yeah, so the channel is going to be me eating at different places. Mostly ASMRs, like I'll bring the food home and I'll eat them because I love ASMRs. I love eating, like watching them while I eat. Because I'm used to just like having meals with my family. And so when I moved to Ohio, it was kind of weird because it's like, well, you live alone now. What do you do? What do you do about that? Huh? This might get very ASMR because I think blue crabs are one of my favorite crabs, but they are a lot of work. And I think that's why people discard the smaller legs. But I never did. This will be the first story time about someone called Crabman. Which I'm not memorializing, he's not like dead or anything. But Crabman was a man. He worked, I believe he had a government job, but over the summer he would sell bags and bags of crab legs, like just the legs, not the body, like the legs. And he would season them. He would put like a Cajun and Old Bay seasoning on them, steam them, and he would sell them by the bag. So a bag like this big for $1, twice as big for $2. And in my neighborhood over the summer, people sold different things. And that's, kind of how nobody really stepped on anybody's toes. So somebody sold icy, somebody sold juices, Crabman sold crabs, of course. And you could just sit on the bench. If you sat outside of any of the buildings that we lived in, you could sit on the bench and you wouldn't have to go upstairs to eat or drink. You could just socialize with your friends all day. My babysitter, when I had a babysitter, she would sit outside with her friends. And if we wanted anything, like someone would bring ices, there'd be the ice cream truck parked in the street. Crabman will come by. And you always knew Crabman came by because, like I said, most people would eat, it's summertime and it's not, it didn't get super hot in my area. Some days it was like 100 degrees and you had to stay inside. But most times we would be able to sit outside, and so you would see all the little discarded shells. You just eat them, discard them. The rain or something would eventually wash them away. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I love that. But, yep, Crabman. Awesome memories. I'm looking at the time and I'm like, oh man, I'm not going to have time to eat all these crabs on camera. But believe I will eat all these crabs. And then I also bought female crabs, which don't come in, they don't have sizes, they just range. They have a general range. But the male crabs have like a range, so they grade them and they're different prices depending on how large they are. Which is fine, I don't care. But yeah, so me, my brother, like my mother, my father, my brother, and then my sister when she got older would eat all the little legs. So these are definitely not something you throw out. Oop. Eating that. I should have got a bib since this is such a nice dress, but I'm washing a ton of clothes soon. So, yep. So, I also made this channel to help like connect with people. What I like about ASMRs is, especially the food ones, I feel like watching somebody eat is like a really, like you do that with your family most of the time, or in a restaurant, you're not really paying attention to when other people eat. Say you're on a date or something, you're paying attention to what your date's eating, how they're enjoying themselves, and things like that. When you're at home, you're looking at your family, and I'm gonna take these off. your family and stuff and enjoying their company. So to me, when I watch them, it's kind of like I'm sitting in with them, eating with them. I also like mukbangs because I love the stories people tell, or they tell you about their day, which is fun too. I like hearing what people did with their day, things like that. Oh, yeah. If we're sitting here and there's gaps in what I'm saying, like I'm just eating, fill them in. Tell me about your day. What do you do? Right now, I'm a student, so I go to school. I'm trying to start a business with a friend. And that's really fun because, it's really hard to find someone who's as invested as you in goals and dreams. And I started off, she was actually here for about a week. We were hanging out and she asked me a question. I was like, oh yeah. And then she's like, oh, I'm thinking about doing this business. And I was like, that sounds awesome. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. And we're both putting in, I think this is why a lot of businesses or partnerships don't work, is because one person is putting in more work, right? Monetarily, or putting in more worth, either monetarily or, mentally, or some kind of contribution is not even. And there's some partnerships that'll never be. Some it'll be 60-40. Some people are more creative. Some people are more about numbers. And that's what makes it all work so well. But if you don't feel like your partner's putting in their fair share, or a remotely fair share of the work, and it's like 80-20, 70-30, no. So my friend has been, we're both making the investment. She's been drumming up interest. I've been drumming up interest. I've been looking on the logistics side, like how do I file stuff, that kind of thing. Whew. Take some lemonade. I should probably move that closer. As you heard before, I also had a cat. He's not even asleep. He's just mad in the tree because I won't interact with him. Because my hands are covered in spice, baby. Sorry. So, anyway, so she's definitely putting in her share. And even though, of course, she was like, oh, since I did have the issue with the robbery. And then the next day, my mailbox was like raided or whatever, like a package went missing. Then she's like, listen, just take your time. But I don't know about you, but when tragedy happens, I need to get back to normal as soon as possible. So, and if anybody has this happen to them, this is what you do. So my passport was taken, my birth certificate, social security card, health records, my cat's vet records, his adoption records, and some banking information. So what I did was I called the passport office. I Googled the social security stuff. The office takes forever for anyone to get through, but I knew I needed my birth certificate first. My mother lives in New York. She went and got that for me like a few days, like a day or two after, everything happened. Mailed it to me so I can go get my social security card. But I called the passport office. I explained to them what happened. This, that, the other. You have to call the police. You have to call them and get a police report, which I did. I have it. Because if anything, you have that proof that you know, they came, at least they were here and came by. I took pictures of the scene. I saved them. You know, like I emailed them and I sent them to someone else so that they're safeguarded in case anything else happens. But sorry, so the other thing, so yeah, you know, you have to get the report. And for your passport, you have to call the passport office. You have to call your bank. The bank connected me with some identity theft people who, you know, walked me through the motions of everything. And then they connected me to, I believe it was TransUnion, and you let them know, and they can do a freeze on your stuff for 30 days. Fine, 90 days, 3 months. And then once that happens, if you are a victim of identity theft, then you can, then they will have a thing that they'll monitor for a year on your card. And I'm like, okay, awesome. Which is really good, really great. I reached out to the school. I told them what happened. They've been able to help offer me some extra assistance, you know, by way of emergency grant. But with the bank, so one of my banks sends me alerts every transaction that happens on any of my cards, anything, immediately sends me a transaction, which is amazing. And then the other bank, it doesn't do that, which is like a bother to me, but I have the app so I can see the transactions in real time. But the other bank, they do like verbal passwords. So if you're trying to do anything financial with your account and you're talking to somebody, so say someone took my banking information, because I had my cards and like my state ID and whatever, but say someone went into the bank, tried to make a withdrawal, the teller's going to say, okay, I need a verbal password. Or what's the verbal password? And you set that up with the bank. You have to go in person to do it. That only like pain in the ass, but it was worth it. So those are the things you need to do. There's agencies you need to contact, and TransUnion is one of the 3. So there's TransUnion, Equifax, and I forgot. Everybody forgets the third one, right? I can't remember the third one. But what they do is you call one of them and they'll contact the other 2. They will contact the other 2 and let them know. So I was on the phone for 2 hours earlier this week. I canceled pretty much all my plans. I know that fell out of my mouth. I'm eating it anyway. I canceled pretty much all my plans. There was no way I could leave the house for any like length of time and leave it empty. So unless it's absolutely necessary, I told my professors, first week of school, I'm trying to move. I'll be a bit distracted for like that whole first month because I moved here. I like to plan. Stuff. I like to be strategic about stuff. So I was planning this, to move here way, I moved here about a month before school started. The school start actually doesn't start yet. So I moved here like way before school started thinking, oh, I'll be fine. Then this happened, so I know it's going to take at least a month for me to fully adjust. So that sucks. Yeah, but you know what? Your home is your peace. I know there are people who say, like their partners are their peace or something like that. Nope. My home is my peace. That is where I get, that is where I get to settle and to rest and to recoup from. Oh, so that's not, is that meat? That could be meat. That could be meat, but that's good. And this isn't meat, but it's not bad. It's called the mustard, like the yellowish part. People say it's poop. It's not poop. It's part of, I think, the endocrine system or something like that. Not bad. I know a lot of people who eat it with rice. If I had some rice, I'd eat it with some rice. Like, whoa. Definitely eating it with some rice if I had some, but I don't. So, anyway. But yeah, you should always be in a place that's safe and secure. And And I know I might be saying, saying this to people who don't live in a place that's safe and secure, but as long as it's as safe and secure as it can be, that's the thing. That's what you need. And I'm not in that situation right now. So the goal is to move towards something where I can be in that situation. This video will probably be in different parts because this is like, we're at the 20-minute mark already, so. But today was good otherwise. I went to bed late last night because I actually did go out for like I ran errands and then I met someone who's been in the program for a while. We chatted. It was great. I came home. I was so tired though. I took a nap. A long nap. I took a 4-hour nap. Part of me was like, I should just stay asleep, but nope. I woke up and I was hanging out with my cat. Because cats are funny. Like, cats are... This is what I love about cats. They will pretend to ignore you, but want to be next to you. So, like, my cat was right off camera. Like, once he couldn't get on the table and lay down, because he saw the food was here, he immediately went to, like, his cat tree. He could have went to there's a bunch of windows. There's a window in, like, pretty much every room but the bathroom. Instead of going to he could have went to the room, went to the other room, to the window. He could have went to the kitchen window. Oh, he'll stay here where he can see me. And if I get up and leave for too long, he'll follow me, but then he'll lay down near where I am. Like, oh, I was just laying here. You're lying. But I love you. So yeah, we've been through a lot together. He and I. He has health issues, so I spend a lot of money a year on tests and stuff. And he's healthy. He's healthy right now. But you never know. So you always got to be really vigilant about it. Always. And the Old Bay butter's good, but it's good by itself too. I might have that with some other seafood though. Like heat up other seafood and eat it. We'll see. Put my hands a little bit. Nope, a little bit more. And get some lemonade. You like this cup? I got it for like $1. It's so cool. And it's funny because the first person who was selling it to me was like, oh, you can just drink wine out of here because it's got like the grape leaves. I was like, no. I make really good lemonade. Because I usually make a rosewater lemonade. I just couldn't find the rose water. Or I'm all on lemonade or juice or something. Because I don't really drink that much. And that's not really something that has changed with time. It's just I've never been like a heavy, frequent drinker, I should say. So yeah. I also don't like beer, which I know is probably like sacrilege, but the only beer I ever liked, because clearly I'm a beer snob, was when I went to Montreal. Had this beer that was just so delicious. Never had a good beer since. And yeah. But yeah, I like cider. Some hard liquors I don't really drink that much. But some hard liquors I like, some I don't. I could use the mallet, but I'm used to using my teeth. I know my sister and I, for these, we usually use the mallet. For this, you can literally just push in with your fingers and then like twist. Ooh, There we go. Ah! So I'm gonna finish eating this one. I don't know how long it's gonna take. I have the camera off, turn it back on. So this will be in parts so that it's, you know, easier for you to listen to, get information. Each part will be relatively the same. So just me rambling on about everything and getting to know people. Like I said, I'll try to respond to comments as much as I can. You know, let me know. Do you like seafood? Do you not like seafood? Are you allergic? I have a lot of friends who are allergic to certain seafoods. Not all of them, just certain kinds. It's weird. Like, not all shellfish, but some shellfish. Or if anyone has kids. Do you have kids? I have kids. I have my fur baby. I don't like human children. But I think fur babies count for the most part. In some ways they're less expensive, in some ways they're more. In some ways they break your heart more because they don't live as long as you do. So that's just sad. The only part I hate. But yeah, so what I'm probably gonna do is oscillate. So I'm gonna, like I said, finish this half. And then I'm gonna eat the next two I'm gonna eat. Those will be ASMR because I do both. Like the shorter videos are normally ASMR. Because there's no talking, duh, right? Makes sense why they'd be shorter. And I guess the longer videos will be mukbangs. All the mukbangs will be seafood related. Because for some reason, I don't know, those are like my favorite mukbangs to watch. That one and the chicken, like when people eat like the whole chicken. I love those. Like my favorite one is when B loves. When she eats it, because she eats hers with like cucumber and jalapenos and hot sauce. And I think maybe something else, but the first time I watched it, she was using like green screen. And so I couldn't really see the jalapenos and the cucumbers that well. And that kind of stuck with me. And I thought it was a really cool visual. Also, she like talks. So maybe those. Because I have a Costco's card. So I think most supermarkets sell the rotisserie chicken. But yeah. Rotisserie chicken. I also make Wendy's, the Wendy's style honey mustard. It's so good. So good. That's probably what I'll do with mine. My brainstorming ideas. Yeah, so you'll see a couple videos here in this place. And I've got to film because I do not daily vlogs, but I post on my main channel that will have this butter recipe. I post on my main channel Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. Sunday is just like a topic video. Friday is Feline Fridays, where I talk about my cat or like different things with cats. And on Tuesdays, I cook, or I show recipes. I don't cook that day. Look, recipes that I've recorded. That's where those go. So I don't know. I'm using my iPhone. I don't know if it'll cut off at 30. If it does, I'm just gonna finish these pieces and then do the ASMR portion, and then come back. It didn't cut off after 30. I'm surprised. I have no idea how long you can film on an iPhone. But yeah, it's funny because I filmed it, like I said, I filmed the documentary. I have a regular camera, like overnight, like a Canon T5i. It does not cooperate. Like, the focus is weird. I keep moving in and out. I can't get the focus properly from where I am. There's tricks to fix it. I just said screw it. So yep. I hope you're not disappointed that I only got to like devour 2 of these in front of you at the mukbang. Like I said, I was talking. Love it. If you eat crabs a different way, let me know. Because I would love to see that. Yeah, I can't imagine wasting the legs. Well, that wasted meat, I'd cry. Like, food waste. Food waste is such a waste. Like, ugh, why would you waste it? There we go. If you press too hard, it'll crush the meat. So you always want to have a balance. And I actually had, there's a Korean, it's like raw blue crab, but they like marinated or fermented in soy sauce. That is amazing. But the shell's hard because it's not cooked. Delicious. I had a spicy one this weekend. I don't like it. I like the regular one. Spice takes away the flavor of the, there we go. So, yeah, this is this pile. And I'm about to go into ASMR mode. And I hope y'all enjoy that. So, yeah. So, I'll see you shortly in the next video.